hello, hello, hello. What day is this? I can't even do it. It must be Thursday. It's Belgium. It must be Thursday. That is a traveler's joke where you're on such a rapid itinerary and covering so much time and space that you lose total track of what day it is, except you look at your little thing and says, oh, it's Belgium. It must be Thursday. I feel the same way. I am just ready for a little bit of a different change of pace because, hi, yes, breakfast, good thing. I have my coffee. It's not that early for me. If I would have breakfast now, it would be second breakfast. It'd be Hobbit breakfast, you know. And there's been times when I've had those because I just am getting up at 5 or 5:30 every morning. And that is starting to be old. I miss winter and sleeping in because some of it's summer and some of it is just post-op. So, anyway, hi Case. I'm glad you joined me. I don't know what just, oh, hubby's computer is, hang on a minute. I think I need to attend to something. Sorry, I'll be right back. Okay. I don't know if you've heard. Supposedly there's a Windows problem, and they are recommending that you go in and if you don't automatically have the automatic update if you're on Windows platform to go do it. So we have been working on our computers for that, and hubby's is done. Anyway, is everybody doing on their Tour de Fleece? I am well on my way to my goal. Hubby was asking me this morning, he says, did you stop? I don't see you spinning, because I spin in here, he's out sitting on the porch, and I don't spin the rest of the day. I do the spinning for the Tour de Fleece while I'm streaming. And I said, oh, no, I'm doing all right. I'm spinning. He said, well, are you meeting your daily goal? I said, oh, well, it's not a weight. I mean, it's not so much yardage or whatever. Just spin every day. And I've been spinning every day. So he was checking up on me to see if I was slacking, I think. And at least he's interested. That's something. And I feel like I'm doing really good. I'm going to apply the last of a goal, and I'm going to then attempt to finish up the dark CVM, which will be really the last of what I have to spin. So I have, I think, 10 bats. I haven't actually counted. I have 2 that were in the first bag that left, and that's what I'm hoping to spin today. But I think I have 10 bats of that left to spin, and it easily spins in a stream time. So, that's 5 days. I could pretty much be counting on getting done early in the week. And I'm really wanting to do that because after I get my goal completed, I'm going to focus on getting the black walnut dye off the black walnuts, which is a messy process. I need to pour it into something. I need to put it in the container. It's a process, and I want to do that and stick the rest of that rambouillet in that dye. That is my next urgent project in my mind. So let's get applying here. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I just heard it on the news. I don't know how legit that Windows thing is, but it don't hurt to update, I think. Unless that's what's going to put the virus. You never know with this stuff, do you? You never know. So this is the last Rambouillet Best of the Fleece carded bats that I spun, and I'm going to do a quick ply. It won't take me too long, and it's a good thing because I ply at high speed and it really sounds whiny. But it goes quick. Kay said, I finished the first SESE on the spindle and I'm nearly done with the second one on the Nano. That's great. Then I'll just have one more SESE and I'll move on to the rest of it. And you're on vacation next week. Oh my gosh, you're going to do all the spinning. That's going to be wonderful. I'm so proud of you. That'll be so much fun. So much fun. But it's really good that you got all those spun, especially the drop spindle. Now, we do have a challenge day Sunday, and that one for my challenge is using the SESE yarn, and it's not spinning, it's already spun, and it's putting it in one of these square nail looms and making sort of like a hot pad with it. I mean, something to sit something hot on. One of the breeds that just is not next to the skin at all, right? A use for it. But what I've really been enjoying is getting my spinning done in the morning and having the afternoons. I have been doing a lot of knitting and crocheting, and it's so nice to get back to that. I have put that off for a while. Yes, rattle away. Now I have been plying everything on the Roberta, but I am avoiding my treadle wheel this week because I had that incident where I did something with the muscle of my surgery leg. It's very painful. I'm on muscle relaxers for it. It's working, but I can really tweak it again and make it hurt again. And I figured I better. I cannot believe it was treadling too much, but I really have no other explanation. So I have put the treadle wheel up for a while. And I miss my big bobbins. These bobbins will hold about 60, 70 yards. Well, maybe up to 80. Of course, I'm not filling them real full because I'm doing a bat per bobbin, and then so I have to say that a different way. I am getting around 80 yards for 2 bats, which is around 2 ounces. And that's a 2-ply. It's not a lot. It's 11 wraps per inch, so it's an Aran weight. I may be going just a little too fast, getting too much twist. Hi, Tuna Basil. My goodness, welcome. So nice to see you. Love the fact that I see all these names in Discord and sometimes on Snoring Cat or other places. My morning is coming along good, in spite of getting up at the crack of dawn. That's okay. That just means by the afternoon, I'm ready to sit and do knitting or whatever. We are having lots and lots of rainy, stormy weather. We're going to get a nice day tomorrow, and then we're going to have 5 more days of it. You're having your morning tea. It's scattered thunderstorms here too in Cleveland. Oh, you're in Cleveland. I think I knew that. I am originally from the Akron-Canton area in Ohio. It's where I grew up. My brother still lives there. You love the Akron-Canton area? You went to Kent State for a few years. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't go to an Ohio college. I went into a college in Indiana, Muncie, Indiana. Not Ball State. I went to a small university called Taylor University. I have not been back up to that area since 2019. We went in September because of the the Fiber Fair at Young's Jersey Dairy, and I am planning to go this year. All right, more pull in, please. There we go. Sorry, hit the mic. You have a good friend that went to Ball State. Everybody knows Ball State's in Muncie. Uh-oh. Lost my pull-in. What happened? Am I caught on something? It goes. Tuna Basil, I like your bright red name. Stands out there. I now have dataless lust, unfortunately, because I went to meet with the new, turns out it's not new, it just resumed after COVID, knitting group meetup last night, and a lady was spinning on a dataless, and I think it's a sparrow, not sure, and another lady, actually the originator of the meetup, or the planner and all, was spinning on the smaller dataless, and even her 8-year-old daughter had a smaller dataless. You know, not the big one with the big bobbin, but the bobbin that it sort of looks like a bigger version of the Nano. And I know the Nano's not a dataless, but anyway, her 8-year-old daughter was doing pretty good. She was spinning thicker, and it's a drafting thing, really. But she was sitting there spinning away. Pretty cool. This is an e-speeder. E-spinner, yes. This is a Roberta, and the wood, I don't know the name of it, but it's made in New Zealand. The spinning wheel is made in New Zealand, and it is a New Zealand wood. This is like before any of the current ones got popular. I've had this for about 12 years. So when you get an e-spinner, this is what you would get. Or maybe one other, or one or two others. But yep, it's called a Roberta, and I'll write that on there. They run around, if you can find them used around 750, 800, but then they're new and coming out of New Zealand. They're pretty expensive right now. That's one of the reasons everybody's going to the Daedalus, because they're that cost, but they're a lot more available. Let me double check this online and then just give you a link, because I don't know how to spell Ertl for sure, and Google will tell me. There it is. No, I don't mean Wordle. There it is. Oh, pretty picture. Hit the link, you'll get a pretty picture. Oh, that wasn't it. Hit the control, Cindy. There we go. Sorry about that. Tuna Basil said, they're in the summer issue of Ply magazine. Yes, Ply. I don't get that, and I have heard a lot of people talking about the e-spinner issue. They did a whole issue on e-spinners and other spinning technologies. It is cool. I will tell you one thing. The reason I have a Daedalus Lust is because of the Scotch tension. This is bobbin driven, and I'll move my camera just a smidge so you can see. This right here is the drive band, and it's down here is goes around, and that's what's spinning it. The motor is spinning it. So the bobbin is being directly spun by the motor, and that is not Scotch tension, and it's a little hard to spin really, really thin with a bobbin driven drive. So it's excellent for plying. It is excellent for production of just a moderate weight yarn. It is not excellent for making sock or lace weight. If you ever run across one at a good price used, definitely worth the price. But buy it new, maybe not. Depends. It just depends. Another conversation between hubby and I, because I was telling him about the Daedalus, and I said, I think if I want to get it, I will sell my Roberta, and he just squint-eyed at me. It was like, you're just trading an expensive e-spinner for another e-spinner. I said, yeah, but I'm tired of making regular weight yarn. I want to make frog hair. I can do that on the Nano, so it just takes longer. I will tell, though, that looking at that bobbin on that Daedalus, the big one, the big long bobbin, I'm like, I don't think I want to ply that. I mean, that would take an eternity to ply. Tuna Basil says, I'm still learning all the different types of wheel tensions. My only two wheels are the Nano and the E-Wheel 6. All day this looks amazing. Well, your two wheels are what I'm talking about is Scotch tension. Okay, they're not they're not this kind of wheel. And this wheel, the bobbin driven, is on this wheel and my Magic Wrap. They're both that way. The only Scotch tension wheel I have is my Ashford Traditional, and it is okay. And I have a lace weight flyer on it. What I really need to do is get it working much better. It just needs a lot of tender loving care because it gets creaky when it's not used and the weather affects it. But that's kind of down the list. So much easier just to wish to get another one. But like I said, I'm not sure I'd want to apply those bobbins. It just looks like a lot applying. Okay, doesn't look like my bobbins are going to come out very even either. One of the hazards of spinning from bats that will vary, by a quarter to a third ounce difference in weight, depending on how much gets on the bat. I end up with more single on a bobbin than I do the other when I spin a bat per bobbin. This is so soft, I cannot wait to knit this into something next to my skin. Oh, I missed a hook. Let me go back. There we go. Like a cowl or scarf. I won't even bother making it into a hat because my hair takes care of that. Tuna Basil says that makes sense. The Roberta looks like it spins beautiful worsted weight yarns. It does. I'm having a hard time because both of these spinners want to spin incredibly fine, which is nice because I use a lot of fingering weight. See, I have complained and complained and complained. I have yet to make good sock yarn, and I tried. I should try on the Ashford next. That should be my next attempt. It takes too long for me to drop spindle, and I could probably do it, but I'm not very consistent, and I don't have the patience. I can't spin a whole lot sitting down. You get longer length if you stand up, and I can't stand up long. So I'm just like, nope, drop spindle's not the option. So it's either the Nano or maybe my Ashford. Okay, you're going to see here, I have so much left on this second bobbin that I'm going to quickly put more on this bobbin to try and do the rest of the plying. It's not the best thing to do because it will add a little twist, but you have to just run it in really quick to avoid getting a lot of twist. And that's what I'm going to have to do. Be hitting the bottom here soon. Alright, chunk bobbin, but I probably won't put any more on there. Maybe I'll... I'm going to wind this off first. I don't know if I can get this in the camera or not. I've never been able to find a way to get this 2-yard nitty knotty in the camera. Tuna Basil said, yeah, it's been nice not having to ply my yarn for turtle fleece, but everything is very lightly spun Lopi, so it's been tricky to get consistent spin. I've seen some of that that you're doing. It's looking good. I love that concept of spinning the Lopi, and I know exactly what you're talking about. It's hard to get consistent. I did better spinning more twist and running it through and doing it untwist a little bit to get more consistent throughout it. It was extra work, but that's how I did it when I was working with Icelandic and did the Lopi. Your goal is to have enough to make a lopese at the end of Turtle Fleece. Okay, is that a pattern name? Is that a certain garment name? Here. I've already hit my personal yardage goal, but I still need to card and spin up the white Icelandic. I'm going to look that word up. No, I'm not. There we go. It's a type of Icelandic sweater. I'm still going to look it up so I can see what it is. L-O-P. Have you been to Iceland by any chance? Oh, I see. Wow. Here's... Oh, look at the older patterns on Wiki. Those are on kids. They're beautiful. That's cool. That's really cool. I've knit a swatch with the Icelandic, but to spin a whole bunch